everyone, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, listen, if I look tired, I am. Just ignore it. It's been a long Christmas, and honestly, I feel like I could lie down and just sleep for 3 days straight. However, I also want to build something in The Sims. So we are doing that today. I was about to say it's going to be a secret, but you can literally see it in the title, so just, read the title. But before we get into the build, I do want to say a massive thank you to Lovelink for sponsoring today's video. You can download the game by clicking on the link at the top of the description box or the one in the pinned comment, but if you stick around and listen for a little bit, I'm also going to be telling you how you can possibly win 1 out of 2 packs for The Sims 4 for free and also of your choice. Did that make sense? Yes. I'm doing a giveaway. Stick around and listen for a little bit. Lovelink is an interactive virtual dating app in which you can control your own romance story. So just like other dating apps, you swipe left or right to all these different characters that each have their own unique story. And when I tell you that I've been playing this game a lot, let me show you. I have never gotten this much attention from fictional people ever in my life before, and I'm having a good time. So we got our first profile. His name is Garrett Brown. Talk slow. I've been up all night and he's apparently been making pancakes that are really cute, but I'm sorry, Garrett. We're gonna have to say no. This is Caleb Keys. Is he an artist? I see he's a Sagittarius. Dr. Vile. Humanity refuses to fix this world, so I will take matters into my own hands. I'm sorry, I'm intrigued. Would I romance this guy? I'm not sure. I just want to know what he's about, so let's see. Oh, and it's a match. Should I be worried? Good day, Aveline. Hello. Congratulations on taking your first steps into darkness. Thank you, Dr. Vile. When I saw what you said in your profile, something about it just resonated with me. Sure, let's go with that. Wonderful. So, how's Lovelink for you? Wonderful now that you have messaged me. Not many have your bravery. There's a fine line between bravery and stupidity. Curiosity is usually the start to something special. Curiosity also tends to get me in trouble. Truer words have never been spoken. I'm gonna give him a thinking emoji and kind of leave him hanging for a little bit. Okay, Dr. Vile, I'll talk to you later. So as you can see, I have been playing the game a lot. Tomas right here is actually a prince, and the other day he sent me a picture basically to prove that he's a prince, and I haven't unblurred it yet, so I think we should do that. A prince always keeps his word. Here you have proof. Okay, is that, well, you could just pose in like a fancy suit with a thing across it and say that you're a prince and point towards it. I'm still not buying it, Tomas. I'm still not buying it. You can also go on trips away from home virtually, where you can experience different things and go on fun adventures with your best matches. There are over 85 different characters, all with different personalities and hobbies and interests, and they all have their own story as well, so there's a lot of fun to be had in Lovelink. And as for the giveaway, I'm giving away 2 packs for The Sims 4, so 2 people win 1 pack each. All you have to do to join the giveaway is scroll down to the description box or the pinned comment and download Lovelink. The link also works as the creator code, by the way, which means that all money that you spend in game actually helps support me and the channel. Then play Lovelink for long enough to unlock 3 interest boxes on 1 character. And I'll insert a picture right here of what that looks like because I know that some people might have misunderstood it. It's not sending me pictures of 3 different characters. It's unlocking 3 interest boxes on 1 character, and you can see those interest boxes if you click on their profiles. Essentially, you just have to play the game and chat with the different characters to unlock them. And when you've unlocked the 3 interest boxes, you gotta take a screenshot and then send it to me in a DM on either Twitter or Instagram. And as always, you can find my socials in the description box through my link tree. And that is all. The giveaway is both worldwide and it includes console players as well, so should be super easy. I wish you all the best of luck, and thank you again so much to Lovelink for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get started with today's build, which is a tiny house. Again, it's in the title, it's not a surprise. Let's just get started with it, okay? Let's go. So, today we are building a tiny house, like I said before. This one is another profession-inspired tiny house. It is actually for a detective, and I've done a tiny house for a detective like once or twice before, but it was another suggestion on the video where I asked you guys for suggestions, so I also felt like it had been a while since the last time I'd done one for detectives, so I thought I would go into another one. I've also been watching way too much true crime here on YouTube. I literally got a video up on my second monitor right now, so you could say I was slightly inspired by that as well. And yeah, that is what we're doing today. It's basically a trailer, a fancy kind of trailer. When I got to the interior, I knew that I wanted it to be industrial. It just kind of hit me all of a sudden that we're gonna go for industrial. For some reason, it just felt right. So the exterior, more trailer-like, more like trailer slash cabin in some way. And then the interior is very industrial, except from the bedroom. For some reason, I just couldn't, I don't know, I couldn't make it work. We don't really have a lot of industrial beds, so I suppose that is why, but it still has, like, I feel like the vibe in the bedroom still fits with the rest of the house, so it should be fine. It's just not perfectly style-wise matching the rest of the house. Does that make sense? But do we care too much? Probably not. Hopefully not. So also, before we get way too far into this voiceover, I do want to say that I am possibly live streaming over on Twitch tonight, just so you know. I'll keep you updated on both Twitter, Instagram, and the community tab, just in case. But my plan, as of doing this voiceover, is to stream tonight as like a test stream because I want to start streaming on Twitch in January, and I just want everything to run smoothly come January, so I want to kind of test it before. And I'm going to Copenhagen Friday, tomorrow. So, you know, gotta do it tonight. Otherwise, I'm gonna come home on the 1st, and it's already January. So yeah, keep an eye out for that if that's something you're interested in. I know that I've been asked to stream a couple of times throughout the year, throughout the years. I did stream actually the first one time since I just streamed once since I moved into this apartment, and it was sometime in 2019 in like November or October or something. I don't really remember. Maybe it was in January 2020. But anyway, it wasn't really working for me at the time, but I feel like just really making it work now. It's not a New Year's thing because I've been thinking about it for a while. I just think it's kind of, I have a thing where I like to start from either the start of a week or preferably the start of a month. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. I feel like it is like that for a lot of people too, so I'm not alone in this. So it made sense to start from January, also because December has been incredibly busy, and because of that, it's just not been, like, I've not been able to find extra time for a new thing to add to everything. Does that make sense? So January it is. Not that January is going to be less busy, but, well, hopefully a little bit. But like I need a breather, you know. But less traveling and less buying Christmas presents and all that stuff. So it felt like the right time. Also because we are kind of not fully, but like slightly half in a lockdown right now. So not because there's a lot going on here, to be honest. I don't really understand this lockdown, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna get into that, it's fine. So it also doesn't really affect me because I don't go anywhere anyway. You know, I just stay at home. So it's fine. I'm not going outside. Actually, my winter boots broke the last time I went outside, so I'm permanently just in my apartment from now on, except from going to Copenhagen for New Year's. Except from that. Other than that, I'm just staying indoors because I don't have any shoes to wear outside if it starts snowing. So yeah, don't fully understand it, but also doesn't really affect me that much, so it's fine. But because of that, it also made sense to just kind of jump into it here in January, because not only is Christmas over, so there's less stuff to do that has to do with Christmas, but also we're kind of in a lockdown, half, sort of, quarter in a lockdown. I don't really know how to, it's fine. Some things are closed, it's all good, whatever. So there's fewer excuses to go outside. So I'm gonna take the opportunity that I am given with this lockdown and sort of quarter lockdown. It's not really a lockdown, it's fine. Anyway, and kind of try to work streaming into my schedule and see how it goes. I'm planning on recording builds, so like you get to see the progress behind the build, the whole building process on stream. and we can talk a little bit about what we're doing. We can chill together, joke around, you know, all that stuff. Just chill with whatever we are building on the day. And then, or I'll be building on the day, and then maybe sometimes do a little bit of other gaming, streaming. I don't really know yet. We'll see how it goes once we get started. But I'm really set on getting started, so I hope I can stick to it. I hope I can fit it into my plans. The last time I tried to stream while recording, it was not really going that well. So I'm gonna practice really, really hard when I stream, and we can make this work. We can make it work. So anyway, as for the house, as you can probably see, we are working on the common room right now. So the kitchen, the dining area is super simple. They don't really have like a proper dining table, but I also actually left out the oven. They have a small oven. I hope that is fine. I don't really fully remember how it works, but they should be able to make some kind of food in there, so hopefully that is good enough. It's good enough for gameplay at least. I did playtest all the dodgy areas, such as the couch, bar chairs, or just the dining chairs, the bed as well. What else did I playtest? I playtested basically everything that looked like it could possibly be blocked by something, so we should be all good. At least it is good in my game, but sometimes there are like weird things where you don't really know what's blocking this, and the sim is saying like 3 different things, and you're like, but the door is completely unblocked. Like, why can't you walk through it? I don't understand. So hopefully not in this house, since I playtested all the doors, but you never know. It might mess up in your game. It is not messed up in mine though, but sometimes the game works in mysterious ways, and that is just how it is. Also wanted to keep the interior kind of dark-ish as well. I feel like that works very well with the industrial theme, and I wanted to avoid making it too too messy, so too many documents lying around and stuff, even though that is definitely the vibe that I feel would be the most fitting for a detective. Because I feel like a lot of detectives, also, this actually adds to this, but I also initially wanted them to have a dog, but I know that a lot of detectives sometimes have very sucky work hours, so I don't want a dog, especially if the detective doesn't have a partner who can be there to take care of the pet. I don't want the dog to just be left alone at home a lot of hours. I'm thinking about this realistically. They probably have fine work hours in the game. I don't know. I can't help thinking like that. It's just how it works, okay? We're just gonna go with it. So, but you could definitely fit in a room for a dog in this house if you would want to. I could totally see the sim living in this house having some kind of dog, preferably a smaller one because it's a very small house, but it's up to you. But I did, just to finish off my thought earlier, I did want to avoid having too many documents lying around. However, I put a lot around the TV because I knew that it wasn't going to block anything. I placed the TV on top of a couple of boxes too, just to add a little bit extra clutter. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe the detective is a little bit newer and they don't really know how to keep their work documents hidden yet, and they probably shouldn't be lying right next to the window because ironically they're pretty easy to steal. We don't have thieves in The Sims, but you get the point. They're ironically pretty easy to steal when they're lying next to a big window that you can basically just smash and like grab the papers because they're literally right next to the window. So, you know, maybe they're a little bit on the newer side. They don't know how to store their documents. I'm also pretty sure they're not supposed to take them home, but we're not gonna think realistically about it, okay? I choose when to think realistically and when not to. It's a thing. I can do what I want. It's The Sims. So, yeah. That's basically all the documents. I was kind of thinking, oh sorry, I think I just notched the microphone. Anyway, I was kind of thinking that it would be cool to do a house where they just have a lot of like case files lying around. I'm still pretty sure they're not supposed to take those home, but don't they do that in movies? And again, those are movies, so they're not necessarily super realistic either. I don't really know how. I've never known a detective in real life. How am I supposed to know this? My dad was a teacher and my mom is still a doctor, so I don't know how that works. I have no clue whatsoever. But just in case they're able to take them home. I feel like it would be cool if they had like, if we had a house for a detective and they just had like a big mess in their living room with work documents, like case files and such. However, in a tiny house like this, where everything is just kind of cramped together, there's a lot of furniture in a very small space, aka everything's cramped together, it would just add a lot of rooting problems, and I don't want the houses to be non-functional, especially if there's actually room for 2 Sims, which there technically is in this house because both sides of the bed are cleared. So I tested both sides. They should be good, at least they are in my game. So I just wanted to make sure we didn't have any rooting problems, but I feel like that would be cool, you know? Speaking of functional builds, I did add a couple of pots. I think they're called pots. The ones where you boil stuff in English, are they not called pots? I don't. Anyway, cooking stuff is not really like a lot of like cooking utensils and stuff. We didn't learn the words for those in English in school, so I've kind of just had to learn as I go, basically. I lived in Scotland for 3.5 years and I still don't really know what everything's called. It's fine. It's not something that's really brought up in everyday conversation either, so when am I supposed to learn? But I think they're called pots, the one where you boil stuff in them, right? Okay. So they have a couple of those in the sink, and I did actually play test it, and it works, which is super cool. So I'm gonna use that from now on. I've seen other people do it, but I've always thought that it was not functional. I thought that it would block the sink basically, so I've always just kind of like not done it. I added them just to check it for, or just to have them there for screenshots, and then I was going to take them out afterwards, but then I play tested it and it worked, and that is cool. So just so you know, it does work. Anyway, we are at the end of the video, so I'm going to be wrapping up this voiceover now. If you like this build, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, trade files can be found on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below. Thank you again so much to Lovelink for sponsoring today's video. If you want to join the giveaway, go back to the start of the video to hear me explain how you can join. It should be super easy. And that is all. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own. We ride around in style, sleeves rolled up, glasses on, and then you make that smile and my heart starts racing when I'm with you.